guy.
Well, okay, yeah, everybody sounds good. You're 40 over, Ken. Beautiful signal and great audio as always out of the 20V3. Well, he's only 2 down. Let me go ahead and just pick up Mac, and he can go ahead and answer that question for you. And I have heard it on the air last week, and it sounds beautiful. Mac, go ahead and comment if you want to on that. I'll send it to you up there in ball ground. W4AX, this is WA4KM.
All right, thank you, Kevin. WA4KM, W4AX. At the shack of Butch, K0BS in Pulaski, Tennessee. Drove up today and spent the afternoon with Butch and Dr. John, KN4ME, and Greg, WA4II. And we just had a grand old time prowling through Dr. John's iron and other things. Came away with a couple of treasure. And so I'm not on my 20V3 today. I'm on Butch's 30K4. Sorry, it wouldn't come to me. A beautiful Collins transmitter in Butch's beautiful Collins shack. And I'm looking at the final. It's bright red, so it must be doing some good. So thanks for picking me up, Kevin. Thanks for running the net. And good evening to all my SAMRC friends. WA4KM. W4AX, Pulaski, Tennessee. I'm sorry. Yeah, Pulaski, Tennessee.
All righty. Well, it sounds like a good gathering there, Mac. And it sounds great. I've got your good solid 30, so band's in great shape and audio. He's the 30K4 sounds good that Butch has. I think Virgil has one of those too, I believe. Anyway, all right. Well, let me take standby, and then we'll go pick up Bob up there in Columbia. This is the Tuesday night edition of the SAMRC Swap and Fellowship pre-net roster, and if you'd like to get on the list and you're not on there at this time, please come now. This is WA4KM.
K4BZS.
All righty, there's John out of Pensacola. Good to hear you this evening, John. Anyone else wishing to get on the pre-net roster? I seen somebody key up, but I didn't hear any audio. Anybody copy that station? Okay, well, we'll come back. We'll take it periodically through the pre-net and then the net check-in, so don't run off if that was someone. All righty, Bob, hope you're feeling better and up there in Columbia. I know you've been through a bunch lately, and we've been praying for you as well, so... K4BKC, Columbia, Tennessee. This is WA4KM.
Well, WA4KM and the pre-net. This is K4BKC. Well, good evening, Kevin, and good evening to everyone on the pre-net. Yes, I am feeling some better, and glad to be able to say that. The signals are great, as everyone's commented. It's just a good band tonight. And looks like we're going to have good conditions for the net. Matt, say hello to Butch for us, and John. And I really enjoyed looking at the pictures of the 20V3 on the W4AMI ORG website. And it is just gorgeous, and it sounds good too. I heard it last week, I think. But it's good to hear everybody. I'm on the 20V2, the Collins 20V2, and listening on the R390. Just a really enjoyable evening listening to all these good signals. Back to you, Kevin. Thanks for running the pre-net. WA4KM, K4BKC.
All right, Bob. Well, you sure I can hear it in your voice. It is sounding a little stronger, and I'm glad you're doing much better and continue to get better. All righty, next on the list, we got Dr. Ron down there. Dr. Ron, hope you're doing good. It's over to you for your comments. WB4GWA, WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, WA4KM from WB4GWA. I'm just a little low in frequency. hadn't warmed up quite yet. But good evening to you, and Bob, good to hear you as well. And hello, Butch, if you're listening, KZLBS. How you doing? Hope to hear you on here. And Mac, I wanted to tell you that I a little circuit board. The post office, they didn't get any hurry, but I finally did get it, and I appreciate that so much. Everybody's sounding good here. We've got about 54 degrees here in Concord, so hadn't quite reached the 60 mark like it did over in Williamson. I don't guess we paid the preacher or something last Sunday. But anyway, sure good to hear everybody, and we look forward to the net tonight. And Kevin, as usual, appreciate your calling the pre-net. Hello, Sam, and everybody else on here. Y'all sounding good. W4KM from WB4GWA Concord.
Okay, Ron. Beautiful signal and great audio too, and it just sounded really good out of Concord. Almost said Williamson. All righty, let's see. Moving right along, let's pick up next on the list AA4AI. It's over to you for your comments in the pre-net. WA4KM.
All right, Kevin, WA4KM. This is AA4AI, Watkinsville, Georgia, just a little bit south of Athens. And been working on taxes ever since I got home from my part-time job in the morning over at Caterpillar, working on taxes, getting that kind of stuff together, and I still have some things to do on that, and looking around here for whatever I'd like to start working on my next project. I have a Yaesu FRG 7700 receiver that doesn't work. When you flip the band switch, it just displays odd numbers, and the VFO doesn't do anything. So I got to do some research on that. And I'm wondering if anybody on the net has a Johnson Viking Navigator transmitter they'd like to part with. I'd like to pair one up with this Drake 2B receiver I've got here. Anyway, back over there to you, Kevin. WA4KM. This is AA4AI.
All righty. Well, we'll take standby here real quick. Let's just ask AA4AI over in Watkinsville is looking for a Johnson Navigator. If anyone out there has one of those, please contact him. And I guess you're good on QRZ. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All righty. So you can contact him through QRZ, and he would love to have one of those if anyone wants to part with it. Johnson Navigator. And his call is AA4AI. All righty. Thanks for being there. Let's go down to Pensacola again and pick up John, and then we'll see if we got any more that would like to get on the pre-net this evening. K4VZS, John, it's over to you for your comments. WA4KM.
W4KM, K4VZS. Kevin. A little rough down here tonight, but 61 degrees and not a whole lot going on today. I'm exercising my ability not to have any willpower and desire to go do something. Anyway, on the Ranger with the QRO and listening on the Flex 1500. And not much else going on. It's just one of those days. Sunny and it was nice out, but just motivation seems to be a problem here lately. Right now. I'm out there working on DX60 and a couple other things, but see what happens. Back to you, Kevin. WA4KM, K4VZS, Pensacola.
Okay, John. Well, you sound good at Johnson and the QRO. That QRO seems to be holding up just fine for you and doing you a great job. Okay, and I was going to tell AA4AI, I believe it was, one of those guys, I had a Frog. Usually they call them the Frog, the FRGs, and receiver, and I let it go several years back, and I wish I love that little thing. I wish I had it back. It was a great little receiver. Okay, we've reached the bottom of this list. Let's stand by and see if anyone else would like to get on the pre-net for the SAMRC Swamp Fellowship net this evening. It'll begin in about 12 minutes. If you'd like to get on the pre-net roster for the net, please come at this time. This is W4AMI. Okay, well, we're hearing nothing. We'll go back up to the top and pick up Eddie Brown, where it's a little warmer over there. Eddie Brown, what's you give that preacher a little extra money in the offering plate over that way? Hey, over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
Yep. There's no jingle. It don't make any noise when we put it in the plate. Yeah, we paid our dues. No, we got 6 of the guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's 58 now, so I don't know what the difference is, but there you go. Might be what direction the wind's blowing, or where the thermometer is, I suppose. But been a beautiful day in any case. Just beautiful day. Hello, Kevin. Thank you for doing all this. And hi, John, Ron, Bob, BKC, and Bob. I hear a lot of brightness, or more brightness in your voice. That's the way I'd describe it. It just sounds brighter. Mark, you got an impressive signal down here in Williamson. Man, I think you said you were running 80 watts or less than that. And man, I tell you what, it's booming in down here, doing a great job. Hello, Bob, up in Watkinsville, and Mac. Hi to you and Butch, and Ken up there. You're blowing us out here too. And anyway, just glad to be here, and we're going to enjoy the net tonight. Lots of good signals, as someone else had said. So back to you, WA4KR. No, I do it every time. WA4KM. This is KA4AMI. I can barely remember mine.
That's all right. That's what they'll say it is. As long as you know yours, that's all that matters. Anyway, good to hear you, Eddie Brown. Yeah, Mark, I wrote it down. He was on the Gonset Twins running 40 watts. So, and I was hearing him great too as well, 40 watts. So, yeah, doing him a great job. All righty, next on the list we got Stan, and we'll pick up Sam and see if we got any more wants to check in. So, W4KR, it's over to you, sir. WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, thank you. WA4KM, the SAMRC pre-net, W4KR. Well, temperature here is still 54. That's what it was when we started here about a half an hour ago. It's still 54. Copying everybody very well. What I've got on the air tonight, I'm using the 75A4, the receiver, and a Collins 310C2, which drives my 4400 rig. And with that, Kevin, I'll kick it right back to you, because you've got, oh, by the way, the antenna's still a dipole at 100 feet. No change in the antennas. WA4KM, W4KR listening.
Well, it's doing a fantastic job, and for you, Stan, and no complaints here. Great signal and beautiful audio. So we've made it through the whole list. It's up for Sam. Sam will complete that cycle, and then we'll take a standby for others that want to check in, and we've made it through the whole list there. But Sam in Alabama, I did call you. I was really pushing it, but I made it within 3 minutes. I was from the chainsaw shop, but over to you for your comments, and hope you and Miss Mary's doing well. Like I said, it's 56.7 here in the city of Gold. KF4TXQ, WA4KM.
WA4KM and the pre-net for the SAMRC. This is KF4TXQ, and you're sounding great, Kevin, as always. Good, strong signal. Most signals I've heard today are good and strong, so there you are. And good to hear Bob coming in, K4BKC from Columbia. He's sounding good. And everybody, you too, Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown and I have a pipeline. We don't have any trouble communicating, and neither we have any trouble communicating with Dr. Ron, WB4GWA in Concord, Georgia. But anyway, it's a lovely day here. the sun is creeping down below the hills on the west side of the road here, and it's about, I'd say it's about 48 degrees here now. That's probably where it's going to settle down until it starts cooling off, but who knows what it's going to be. I don't even believe the guesstimator's even going to know, but I'm not going to worry about it. I just go look up in the sky, and if it ain't raining, it means it's clear. At least it ain't raining. So there you are. But it's good to hear everybody this evening, and I sure hope everybody's doing well. Keep smiling. Keep your eyes on the skies. You never know what's coming down. This is KF4TXQ, soon to be W4AMI. Back to you, Kevin, doing a great job with the net and sounding great. Over, over.
Well, all righty, Sam. Well, yeah, you got a beautiful signal, no noise on it, good, strong, so you should be able to hear everybody and get out this evening. What a great night, and it is. Everybody's really loud, even the guys down on I almost said West Coast again. Manuel's got me doing that, the Gulf Coast. So anyway, all right, well, we've wrapped back around to Mark on the Gonset Twins, 40 watts. Mark, over to you again. Let me look at this signal here, and it sounded great. W4WWC, WA4KM in the Tuesday night SAMRC swamp.
Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima, checking in.
Whiskey 9, Tango Alpha Bravo, checking in.
Right, I've put W4WFL and Tom WA4 W9TAB. Lord, I couldn't read my own writing here. I wasn't ready for that, but I got you on the list. All right, let me try Mark one more time here. W4WWC, are you there? It's over to you for your comments. Well, he may be back. I put a little asterisk by there. Next, let's pick up Manuel again, then we'll drop down there and pick up WFL Richard in Florida. Manuel, KW4TV, you didn't tell us which rig you was on, I don't think, but it's over to you for your comments. This is WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, pick up Greg, KBJ. He checked in. I think you guys can up together. I'm lazy tonight. I got the Johnson 500 still hooked up with the R390 receiver, and I've been on it, been on it for about the last 2 weeks. So I'm giving it a good test run to make sure everything stays together on it. Right now, I was going to tell Sam we got 59.5 degrees and the wind was 2.2, but it's swinging from east to west. He's making 9.20 flow. But anyway, appreciate you doing the pre-net, Kevin, and it's always a pleasure to check in. And I'll turn it back to you and let you pick up the rest of the cover bunch. Good to hear everybody. Always a pleasure on my end, my friend. Back to you, Kevin. KW4 TV.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick up these other three guys here and how to get us through there, and then that'll get us through the whole list and give them a turn as well. Alrighty, this is Kevin. My call is WA4KM, and this is the Tuesday night edition of the SAMRC Swamp Fellowship Net, which stands for the Southeastern AM Radio Club. And while I got it queued up, anyone out there listening would like to find out what this club is all about and like to become a member, you can go over to the website. It's W4AMI.org, Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike India.org. And a lot of information on there. You can see what it's about, bylaws, pictures, be a member, get a certificate. Just a great, great website. Okay, I got that in before I forget. Richard, W4WFL, over to you for your comments in the pre-net. WA4KM.
Yeah, this is W4WFL, and I'll make it short. But want to say hello to everybody, and I'm going to be standing by for the net. We have 58 degrees in Pensacola with winds out of the southwest at 5 miles per hour. So That's all I got until net, so I'll turn it back over to you, Kevin. W4WFL, Pensacola.
Okay, we got some more Pensacola guys, and we still got time, guys. I got Tom and then Greg, KKJ, and that should put us through it, and that'll be everybody on the list. So, Tom, hope you're doing good. Wonder if you're on the Collins 32V tonight. Just over to you for your comments. W9TAB, this is WA4KM.
About a minute ago, so I didn't get a chance to warm up the old iron, so I just went ahead and got the 750 Pro 3 and the AL80B in line right here. But that's what happens when you drag in too late. When you're on the road pretty much all day long, I just got back to the QTA. One of those things, when the weather's nice out there, I tell you what, that's the best time to get all your stuff done. And well, you're sounding great down here, Kevin, as usual. You know, Manuel, really good as well. Greg and Richard and everybody, just did that courage profile since I got on. I'll turn it back over and wait for the net. Thanks, kid. WA4KM, W9TAB.
All right, Tom. Well, you sound good on the Pro 3. No complaints whatsoever, and thanks for being there. Okay, let's send it down there to Greg. WB4KKJ. Greg's over to you for your comments and the pre-net. This is WA4KM.
Good evening, Richard. You're sounding good into pace tonight, and wish everybody a good day today. I hope everybody had a good day. On the Johnson Ranger, the Kevin, back to you, WB4KKJ.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look like, let's see, I thought I was might be up to being just a tad, but I copied you just fine. Beautiful audio, and I was going to tell Dr. Ron, I was watching him while he was keyed up talking, and his signal came right in. It slid right in there, Dr. Ron. Beautiful. Okay, well, we've reached the end of the pre-net, and it's time to turn it over to Sam. But before we do that, guys, again, if y'all would, if you got any listings or anything when Sam does this, just when it's your turn, list it. If you got any questions or anything, or want to find out what the net's about, again, go to the website, W4AMI.org, and it's got a lot of stuff on there. Beautiful receivers, projects going on, and become a member, and Eddie Brown will even get you a certificate and a number to be a member, and it's don't cost nothing to be a member, just a little postage for the stamp. Okay, at this time, I'll turn it over to Sam in Alabama. Thanks for y'all checking in on the pre-net, and Sam will assume the call W4AMI. Over to you, Sam, KF4TXQ. This is WA4KM in Villa Rica, West Georgia.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. Thanks for a great pre-net as always, and good to hear you, and glad you made it back in time. And this is KF4TXQ, now assuming the call W4AMI. I'm in Daytonville, Alabama, and this is W4AMI, the AM Brotherhood Net, and Southeastern AM Radio Club, and we have a grand time. All right, now first on our roster here is going to be the officers. We'll start off with Brother Bob, K4BKC up in Columbia, Tennessee. It is your turn, sir. He's our president. This is W4AMI. Over to you, Bob.
From W4AMI and the net, this is K4BKC, Bob in Columbia, Tennessee. Well, good evening to all. I want to welcome everybody to the Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. We're just delighted that you've all taken time to check in with us this evening, and I think I've copied everyone, and you're all sounding great. Sure do appreciate Kevin doing the pre-net, and Sam, thank you for doing the net. Not a whole lot going on here in Columbia. It's been in the mid-60s today, and partly cloudy. And it's just been a wonderful day. So back over to you, Sam. Thank you again for picking me up. W4AMI K4BKC.
Okay, Brother Bob, well, thank you for being there, and thank you for your service to ham radio, and especially to the SAMRC and the Office of President. Good to have you, and we're going to go down to Concord, Georgia. Dr. Ron, WB4GWA, he is our trustee for the call, W4AMI, and it's your turn, Dr. Ron. This is W4AMI.
Okay, Sam. W4AMI from WB4GWA. Good evening to everybody. And we're copying everybody quite well. Signals are good into Concord here, and sure is good to hear all these fine signals on the air. I need to make one listing, and that is the last piece of equipment that belonged to Andy. And I would like to see if there's somebody out here who would like to give it a good home. That's Andy's WBBQ, the BC250GY transmitter. We still need to move it, and if there's anybody out there who would be interested in WBBQ, the BC250GY, please drop me an email, and I'll get with you, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But it's sitting over there. We need to go ahead and get it in a good home. That's for sure. Spent the day today working for a project with Perry, and got him all fixed up, and enjoyed that visit today with him. Otherwise, got a couple of projects that I've got to work on in the next few days. He's got a Ranger that's ill, so I'm going to attempt to bring it over here and work on it a little bit, where I can work on it in my shop. And we worked on Ranger 2 today and got it working like it should. So been busy, and looks like we got a few more projects in the works, Sam. But appreciate you calling the net tonight, and you certainly sound good here, and everybody else is doing really well into Concord tonight. So best wishes to everybody. Have a great week. W4AMI, WB4GWA Concord.
WB4GWA, thank you for all you do for ham radio and also for the SAMRC. You do a great job with the website and all that kind of stuff. You do a whole lot of extra stuff for it, and we appreciate it a whole lot, Dr. Ron. And next on our list is Eddie Brown, KA4AMI in Williamson, Georgia, and Eddie is our Secretary-Treasurer, and he does a whole lot of stuff, and he's Johnny on the spot. I guess we'd have to call him Eddie on the spot. But anyway, over to you there, KA4AMI. This is W4AMI.
Well, okay, W4AMI, this is KA4AMI. Well, good evening, Sam and the net. Thank you, Sam and Kevin, for taking care of the pre-net and the net controls. And good evening to everybody else, and thank you for checking in. Sounds like we're going to have a good net tonight, and it's always good to hear everybody every week. I look forward to it. Not much going on here. We had a beautiful day, as I said before. We peaked out at 60 degrees, and it's probably about 57 now. It's 58 at quarter till, so it's probably dropped another degree or so here. But anyway, it's just wonderful. All my radio equipment right now is in working order. We don't know how long that'll last, but it's going to have to hold up for a while because I got outdoor activities knocking on the door, tree trimming and such as that. So I'm behind on all that stuff. It keeps piling up, and the weather won't give me a break. But we'll get it done. Be sure to check the website, as Kevin had already mentioned. There's a great picture of VZS working on a Ranger there. And looking in the bottom of it brought back memories recently for me, because I spent about 2 days looking in the bottom only to find out the trouble was on the top. So you stare at it long enough, it'll fix itself sometime. Anyway, that's my luck anyway. So back to you there, Sam. And, we're on the Gates BC1G, listening on the 75A4. And just glad to be here. As somebody down there in the Gulf Coast says. Anyway, W4AMI, this is KA4AMI. 7-3, y'all.
Well, all right, thank you for being there, and thanks for all you do for the club. KA4AMI in Williamson, Georgia. You're sounding great on the BC1G, and I'll tell you right now, I'd like to take my hat off if I had one to everybody in the club. Everybody gives a lot of attention to their station, to their equipment and their antennas and so forth, and we just got wonderful sounding AM signals in the southeast, and especially on a night like this. Makes it all the more enjoyable, no doubt about it. And all right, let's see. Let's go to Mr. Mac, W4AX in Ball Ground, Georgia. Mac just finished a restoration of a Collins 20V3, excuse me, wrong prefix number, 20V3. Give us a report on that. Sounds good when I hear it. Over to you, Mac, W4AX, Ball Ground. This is W4AMI.
All right, W4AMI, W4AX, Pulaski, Tennessee, and good evening to you, Sam, and good evening to the net. I'm up at Butch's QTH, K0BS in Pulaski, Tennessee, operating his 30K4, and the final is glowing bright cherry red, so it must be doing something, and into a balanced feeder line antenna. Anyway, good to hear you guys. Sam, it was good starting out my morning with you at 6 a.m. I didn't get my nap today, so it's going to be a long day, but we've been with Dr. John this afternoon, and Greg, WA4II, and we've been prowling through Dr. John's stuff, so it's been a good day and a good ham radio day. W4AMI, W4AX, thanks so much for running the net, Sam, W4AX.
Okay, Mac, well, thank you very much for being there, and y'all have a big old time, and get in one of those barbecue joints up there in the Tennessee Valley when y'all are up there. So that's a great place to eat barbecue. And that's the North Carolina style barbecue. And a lot of the folks that moved into the Decatur area came from that direction over there. And I'm telling you what, they got some fine barbecued pork and all the fixings. And if you ever got to Bob Gibson Jr.'s place on Highway 20, it was famous for the pies and everything. They had wonderful pies. They had lemon pies with meringue on it and all kind of stuff. And they had even chocolate pies and all kind of stuff. Diet food, I just love it. You'll die if you don't eat it. There you go. But anyway, I'm just reminiscing about nothing. All right, this is W4AMI. And this is the Southeastern AM Radio Club Tuesday night swapping fellowship net. So good to be here. And all right, we're going on down the list. Let's see. We got Ken, K3JWI in Harrison, Tennessee. Ken, it's your turn, sir. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, K3JWI, Harrison, Tennessee, as you mentioned. Well, thank you, Sam. Thanks for calling on me. Good evening to everybody. Everybody sounds wonderful into this QTH. And again, I'm on the 20V3 tonight and listening on the R390A. So these 20V2s and 3s are getting quite popular on this net, and that's great. It's a wonderful thing to keep these old Collins pieces of equipment from going down the tubes. We gotta keep them going. Anyway, enough of that. No traffic for the net. Again, good to hear everybody. Great signals into this QTH. I won't hold any longer. everybody have a good rest of the week, and hopefully we'll catch up with everybody or most everybody on Thursday night. W4AMI, Sam, thanks for running the show. K3JWI.
Okay, Ken, well, thank you very much for being there. And Ken was one of those stations I before mentioned that they give a lot of attention to keeping that equipment up. They got a good antenna up and they put out a wonderful signal. I'll tell you right now, it makes it great to be an AMer. I'll tell you right now, no doubt about it. Okay, let's see, going on down the list here. Stan, W4KR in Walhalla, South Carolina. It is your turn, sir, and Stan is our alternate, not alternate, but our bi-weekly SAMRC Net control. And over to you there, Stan, W4KR, W4AMI.
Oh, okay, Sam, thank you. W4AMI, W4KR, suburban Walhalla. Well, good evening to everybody. Copying pretty much everybody. It's funny, Manuel, early on, before the net, you were about 10 dB stronger than you are now, but that's just the way conditions are shoveling along. I mentioned what I was running before. I didn't mention the audio section. It's starts with a Collins 212Z1 mixer preamp. That drives a DBX 284, and that does the shaping. And I've been messing with that a lot for the last week. Got that cooking. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting closer. And that drives a Inovonics 222, which is the brick wall that holds the bandwidth, and that drives the modulator. And so I said the amp's got 400s in it. Anyway, that's about it for this evening, Sam. Thank you much. Doing a great job as usual. Kevin, likewise. Good to hear both of you have at it. And Lord willing, we'll see everybody next Tuesday night. W4AMI. This is W4KR. Good night.
Good night, Sam. Appreciate you being there. Hope you and Miss Joan are having a good evening, and y'all be around for Stan and Alan a week from tonight, and we'll enjoy being on the pre-net and the net from Woodstock and Walhalla. So anyway, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Fellowship Net. And we're going on down the list. While I'm going down the list, we just did Stan. Let's see if Alan's there by any chance. N4OZI in Woodstock. Are you there? Over.
Yeah, W4AMI. N4OZI, I'm here, and standing by. I was going to check in, but I was over here messing with a camera. Wouldn't you know it? It was good to hear everybody in there tonight, and it sounded really good. Kevin did a fantastic pre-net. I was going to be on there. I was going to check in, Kevin, but like I said, I got distracted over here and I was messing with stuff, but then Sam called my name. Sam, it was just really good hearing you in there. We had a lunch today with some of the local hams over here, and that was a lot of fun. Got to meet with some hams and their wives, and we had a great time. Just got back a little while ago. And looking forward to the Dalton Ham Fest. That's coming up in less than 4 weeks, the 24th of February, so it's coming up fast. And hopefully we get up there and get to see everybody. That's all I got. Appreciate you calling on me, Sam. I'll turn it back to you. W4AMI, N4OZI.
Okay, Alan, N4OZI. Well, thank you a whole lot for being the pre-net control on every other week, and we sure appreciate what you do. And I'll tell you right now, you got a great sounding station and a good signal tonight, and we're just rocking along. I love being in here amongst the SAMRC Radio Brotherhood. That's really the way I think of this net and this club. And we've been around a long time, and we got the list to show for it. And we're just going to do the best we can and keep it going as long as we can. All right, let's see. We keep on going down the list. Kevin, you watch me now. I'm going to try not to leave anybody out, but I'm jumping around. I don't have the list exactly as checked in on the pre-net, but that's okay. I'm just going to try to get everybody to know how it is. Next is Manuel, KW4TV on the tallest mountain in Florida. It is your turn, Manuel. Go ahead, sir, and War Eagle to you.
Okay, ma'am, W4AMI. Thank you for picking me up. I won't have to sit around tonight with my lips stuck right because I didn't get my call. But anyway, thank you for picking me up. You did a great job. You're doing a great job. Excuse me. Kevin, you always do a fine job. Stan, what can I say? You always pull through it. Pull me out no matter where I'm at, so how far down in the mud I am. But anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Eddie Brown. W4AMI, boy, he really sounds good down this way tonight. And call it Woof Woof. I think Tom over that way. I hope Woof Woof is doing okay. And I'm going to give a shout out to Roy. I know he didn't check in, but I did a little. Last night was his 44th wedding anniversary, so he deserves a big old Attaboy award. His wife's a good woman putting up with him that long. And with all of that, I'll turn it back over to you, Sam, and let you get on with the net. Again, I appreciate you letting me check in, and thank each and every one of you for all you do in all the offices. This is KW4TV from the tallest mountain in Florida.
Okay, enjoying that rarefied air in the tall mountain you live on. Mighty good. It's great to hear you, Manuel. Appreciate all you do for AM radio and the SAMRC especially. Okay, let's see. We keep going on down the list here. Let's see if Dr. John is there. KN4 Mike Echo in Killen, Alabama. About to have some buddies come in there to hang around, and maybe y'all could eat some barbecue, and y'all get a plate of it for me. I wish I could be there. KN4 Mike Echo, it is your turn, sir. W4AMI. Well, I suspect he ain't there, so anyway, we'll just go right on. Let's go down to Tom, W9TAB in Pensacola. Tom, it is your turn, sir. W4AMI.
W4AMI, W9TAB. Good evening, Sam. Appreciate you running the net. You're sounding good down here across the I-10 corridor. Of course, you always do, Sam. I never ever heard you where you didn't come in just sounding great. Anyway, it's good to be on the net. We'll enjoy checking in and hearing everybody on there. And hats off to everybody. Good to hear you. Man says hello. He's with his mom right now, and he's crashed out. You know how it is when you get older. Anyway, I was busy today. Did a lot of run and got some things done. When the weather's nice, you want to get out and do things. You know how it is. When the weather's bad, well, then you stay around the hamstead. Anyway, I got home kind of late, so about 15 minutes ago, for a little bit, maybe a little bit longer. Didn't get a chance to warm up the iron. But anyway, I'm on the 756 Pro 3 with the AL80B app. That's about all I got for the net, Sam. Thanks again, buddy. W4AMI, W9TAB. Good evening, everybody.
All right, thank you for being there, Tom, and you're sounding great on your rig and your amplifier. We'll just be glad that the band is good as it is, and hopefully it'll stay good. I'm looking for early spring. I hope spring's eternal when you have an old man like me on the microphone. So there you are. Well, let's see. Just for kicks, let's see if Virgil's on there. Virgil in Sweetwater Valley, Tennessee. W4OLJ. Virgil, are you there? It's your turn, sir. W4AMI.
W4AMI in the net. This is W4OLJ. Yeah, I'm here, Sam. Thanks a lot for picking me up there. Sounding good up here. About everybody's sounding good. Been a nice day here. The sun shined most of the day, and it got up into the high 50s, something like that, somewhere around there. And the weather's just turned real nice on us. And none too soon. Boy, it was rough there for a while here a week or so ago. We're running the 41000 rig and the 75A4 here tonight. Same old setup. Like everybody else, we're just getting ready, waiting on Dalton there, looking forward to it. That's always a good one down there. Got to see a lot of our buddies down there. So that's about it, Sam. You're doing a great job, and everybody concerned with the net doing a great job. So back to you, and thanks a lot. And 73 to everybody. W4AMI. This is W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
Sounding great as always, Virgil, and appreciate you being there. And there's another fine station that sounds good. It's good antenna and always puts out a wonderful signal. I tell you right now, it makes you proud to be a member of the SAMRC, no doubt about it. And going on down the list here, let's see. Well, I believe I'm up with it all right, and we got a few more to go there. You watch me now. I bear watching, Kevin. You know how it is, but I'm doing the best I can. We got Greg, WB4KKJ in Pace. It is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI.
Good evening, Sam. Hope everybody's doing well up there. You're sounding good down here in Pace, Florida tonight. Won't keep it long. You got a big list there. So just on the Johnson Ranger, Collins 75S1 receiver, microphone's just a non-amplified A104 with a little help from the L4B. And got the Ranger out of the shop. John did an excellent job and gave him a run for the money there for a little bit, but by goodness, he got it straightened out. So, and Dr. Ron, I want to say thank you for putting that picture up there on the website for us there. Everything. So back to you, Sam. WB4KKJ.
Okay, Greg. Well, you got a good signal coming out of Pace, Florida. That's a great little old town, and it's right there at the door of the Florida Town Park. We've had a lot of good gatherings down there, and I remember we had some wonderful fish fries in the past. I look back on those with fond memories. Okay, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net, and we're going to continue going on down the list. And let's see, here's some folks that checked in a little earlier. But, where's my spot? Lost my place. Been known to do that. Okay, we had Mark, W4 Whiskey Charlie, W4 WWC. It is your turn, sir. W4AMI. I guess RUNNOFT, as they say on Old Brother, Where Art Thou? And we had Bob, AA4AI, in Watkinsville, Georgia. Bob, it is your turn, sir. AA4 Artificial Intelligence. This is KF4TXQ, acting as W4AMI. Over to you, sir.
All right, W4AMI. This is AA4 Average Intelligence, or Artificial Intelligence, but I guess that's better than having no intelligence at all, huh? 55 degrees here. Viking 2, transmitter D104, National HRO 50T1. Inverted V, one of those trap inverted V, 8040 meter traps by W2DU. Up about 30 feet. That's about as high as I could chunk a rock, piece of string. Just enjoying being in here, listening to all the fine AM signals. I can copy everybody, which is nice because sometimes I can't. Thank you, Kevin, for running the pre-net, and Sam there for running the net this evening. Back over there to you. W4AMI, this is AA4AI.
Okay, Bob, your station sounds great, and appreciate you being there. And I run the Viking too. They're wonderful rigs. I never heard a bad one on the air. And you know, they do fine and hold up well. Two of my fondest old boat anchor transmitters. One is a Dixie 100, the DX 100, and the other one is the Viking 2. But anyway, all right, enough of that. Let's see here. I keep going down my list. Watch me, Kevin. I'm watching. So anyhow, we already tried Dr. John. He was not there. He may be getting ready for company. You never know. Just for kicks and giggles, let's see if Ray is there. W4OB in Sandy Springs. Are you there, Ray? Over. I guess he's somewhere else where, you know how we go. All right. Roy, W4I Diddle in Pensacola. If you're there, it is your turn. This is W4AMI. Well, okay. That gets us on down to almost the bottom of the list. Kevin, if you've been watching me go down the list, why don't you take over the call now and go ahead and see if there's any stragglers in there, any other folks, and anybody that I missed. And thanks a whole lot for running a wonderful pre-net, Kevin, and it's always a joy to be a partner with you on Tuesday nights. So WA4KM in the City of Gold. This is KF4TXQ. Back to you and assume the call, sir.
Okay, Sam, thank you very much. This is WA4KM. My name's Kevin. I'm located in West Georgia, Villa Rica, and I'll be assuming the call W4AMI. Okay, I've got Richard was on here, W4WFL out of Florida down there. Richard, it's over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
All right, W4AMI. This is W4WFL in Pensacola, and we don't have a whole lot to add tonight, except that I'm hearing everybody. Everything sounds good. I'm talking on the Villa Rica Johnson Viking 1, and it's working as designed. And so we've got 55 degrees with the temperature going down. Our sundown just occurred a few minutes ago. And we got a light wind out of the southwest. So anyway, that means good weather for us. So anyway, that's all I got here, Kevin. Thanks for getting me in there. And this is W4WFL in Pensacola.
Well, okay, Richard, the Villa Rica Viking is doing a fantastic job. That's a great little radio, and I know John got it going when I had it, and it sounds really good. And thank you for being there from Florida. All right, next on the list we got John down there. K4VZS, John, over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, K4VZS. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Been a good net. I've enjoyed it. Well here. It's getting down to 58 and headed south. But other than that, what can we expect for winter? And not much else to say tonight, Kevin. So W4AMI, K4VZS in Pensacola.
All righty. Well, good to hear, John, and you're doing a great job as always, and thanks for all that you do to help keeping these radios going. I know the guys down there in Florida especially, you're their hero, and you do great work, and you're just a great guy. All righty, we've reached the bottom of the list this evening on the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap Fellowship Net, SAMRC. If you'd like to get on the roster this evening, please come now. This is W4AMI.
Okay.
Kilowatt November 4, Mike Echo.
Whiskey 4, Mike Alpha Charlie. Mac down here in Hudson, Florida.
Okay, I heard you, Mac, and there was two of them. I think one of them was Dr. John. We called on him, and I'll go back and pick him up. And There was somebody else in there that come in there first. Come back if you don't mind.
Okay, Kilo 4 Charlie Whiskey. I'm looking for Alan N4OZI if he's still around.
Okay, yeah, we're about done with the net, and Alan did check in late, Perry. Good to hear you. And let's see, we got Mac, W4MAC, Mac, and was there one more in there? Well, I seen him, but I couldn't pick it up. Can I get a relay on that other gentleman?
I heard somebody in Florida. Go ahead, station. I guess not, kid.
Okay, well, don't run off. We did hear you in there. And let us pick these other guys up, and we'll try you again, sir. Okay, well, W4MAC, Mike, it's over to you for your comments in the Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap Net. Come on in, W4AMI.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Mike right here. I'm about 35 miles north of Tampa. Well, I was once before, right there for Charlie. Ray told me about the net a few weeks ago, and I keep forgetting it. I got home from work about 5 o'clock, and came in here and turned the station on, and just was back in the shop. I then forgot about it again, so just went back in here and turned the volume up, and here I go messing it again. Just wanting to clock in, and with a little bit of AM activity, trying to get in the habit of doing it a little bit more often. Transmitter half over overclock is HT32 and receivers an SX115. Just trying to use it a little bit more often in here and get in here and meet a few more of the people playing AM and get a little bit more activity going. So that's about it. Just checking in, saying hello, and should have been in here a little bit earlier. W4MAC back in that.
Well, okay, Mac. I'm very familiar with HT32, great transmitters, and I also have an SX115, which is a beautiful, beautiful receiver as well. This was Andy's WA4KCY, and it works and looks fantastic. Yeah, Mac, come on in. We're here each and every week on Tuesday night here on 3885. The pre-net starts at 5:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 Central, and then the actual net will start at 6 o'clock Eastern and 5 o'clock Central on Tuesday night. And then, of course, Thursday they'll have the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net. If you're not familiar with that, that's another AM net, and they start at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. And then they roll it back around on Monday for the Eagle AM net 3885 at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. There we go. I got that right. Anyway, appreciate you being there. Okay, well, next on the list, Perry, let me send it to you, and you can ask Alan, I guess, what you need to ask, and then we'll see if we got some more people that like to check in. K4CWW, Perry, over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
Okay, thank you. W4AMI, K4CWW. Well, good evening, everybody. I got here a little late. Sorry about that, dragging in the back door, but at least I dragged in another time, and I guess that's where it accounts for something. Now, let's see, and Alan N4OZI, let me see, I don't know, it's been a while, he may have run off now. N4OZI, are you still in there, Alan? K4CWW.
Yeah, QSL, Perry, I'm still here. This is N4OZI.
Okay, well, I wonder, I got something I need to talk to you about in a few minutes. I don't think you've got a phone number for me. I'm not funny about giving it out on the air. If you write it down, would you give me a call on the phone and let me talk to you?
Yeah, QSL. You can my email on QRZ.com is good. Just send your phone number to that email address. It'll get in my spam folder, but don't worry, I'll retrieve it out and put you on my OK list. And send me your phone number. I'll give you a call.
Okay. Your email info at what?
Actually, it's on QRZ.com. Just type in N4OZI and you'll see it. But I'll give it to you now. It's CACUTTS@mindspring.com. MINDSPRING.com. CACUTTS@mindspring.com. QSL.
Okay, fine business, and thank you, Kevin, for letting me get that in. Yeah, I got something I think Alan can help me with, and appreciate the time. And a big shout out to everybody on the net tonight. Signals are big, and Kevin, you're extra big. I think you've added an amplifier or something. W4AMI, K4CWW. Good night, all.
I'm on the same old. I've got Alan's number. If it's okay with you, I'm fixing to hit send, Perry. I can send you his contact information, which has his phone number and his email, and I'll send it to your phone if you like. And if that's okay with you guys, that'll save, and you can get it if that's okay with you, Alan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll send it to you, Perry. Here it comes. Boom, right there. You should have his email and his phone number, Perry. W4AMI.
Upstairs, but I can fix that in a few seconds, so thank you, sir.
Okay, not a problem. Glad I could help. And, okay, we've reached the bottom of the list this evening. This is the W4AMI Swamp Fellowship Net, the Tuesday night edition. Let me first make sure I didn't miss anybody. If I've missed anybody, please come now.
KN4 Mike Echo, Kevin.
I knew there was one. Okay, let me go back and pick up Dr. John, and then we'll pick up some others if they're there. And Sam did call on you earlier, but you were out, so go ahead. I heard you had a good visit this afternoon. KN4 Mike Echo, this is W4AMI.
Yeah, roger that, Kevin. W4AMI and the crew KN4 Mike Echo. And I won't hold it. We did have a good visit. Mac, W4AX, Butch, K0BS, and Greg, WA4III, all graced me with their presence here at the QTH. We went to... we had some lunch, and this has probably been gone over, and I won't belabor the point, but I went to a stash of equipment not far from where we ate, which is only a few miles here from the QTH. Came back, went through the garage, went through the outside shed, went through the shack, and they made a few acquisitions, but just had a great visit. And that's one of the pleasures of ham radio is meeting folks in face-to-face that you talk to, and it just enriches the experience. Back to you, Kevin. It was a great afternoon for me. W4AMI and the crew, KN4 Mike Echo.
Okay, Dr. John. Well, I'm glad. It sounds like you got good company for sure. I know Mac and those guys. I've never met Greg, but talked to him many times, and Butch as well. So glad y'all had a good time. It's always good to fellowship. It's good for the soul. Okay, we've reached the bottom of the list this evening, and as Sam said, this will be the Alpha and Omega call. If you'd like to get on the tail end of the roster this evening and make a comment, please come now at this time. This is W4AMI. Okay, I heard two in there. I heard the last one I heard was something WY. Could you try it again? Okay, well, and then we'll pick up the other station after you come in there. Well, go ahead with your comment, sir, and welcome to the Tuesday night SAMRC Swap Fellowship. It's over to you for your comments.
Down there.
Well, okay, yep, I'm copying you. You really got a little QSB up and down, but I did copy you, and appreciate you stopping by here, and become a regular. Stop by. We're here every Tuesday evening for the SAMRC SWAT and Fellowship Net. The net begins at 5:30 for the pre-net, and 6 o'clock is the actual net, Eastern time that is, and if you're in the Central Zone, well, you back that up an hour. And I did hear you, and on the SX111 receiver as well, and thanks for stopping by. All righty, there was one more in there that doubled in here. Would you please come with your call, sir? This is W4AMI. Well, that was quicker than I was ready to write down. I got the Mike Delta. What was the prefix?
Kilowatt Bravo 5, Mexico Delta. This is Roy over in Arkansas, just checking in for the count. And good afternoon to everybody. 7584 and setting on a homebrew transmitter. Hello, everybody. Hopefully see some of you this weekend over in Jackson. KB5MD. Thank you.
All righty. Well, thanks for stopping by, KB5MD. Good to hear you, sir. You got a good signal. And thanks for stopping by. Okay, I don't think I've left anybody out. If I did, let me know. If not, we'll get ready to close out the net. If I missed anyone, please come at this time. W4AMI.
WA4II.
Okay, I heard you, Greg, and there was another one way off, so let me go ahead and pick you up, Greg. I understand y'all had a great visit this afternoon. So WA4II, go ahead and make a comment. W4AMI.
This is W4AMI and the net. This is WA4II. Yeah, we had a good visit, good meal, and little, well, I guess you'd say socializing. And look through some of the best junk in the country. And didn't have time to see all of it, though. But anyway, it was nice. And I got back home and, well, let's see, got out and started all my lawn mowers and everything. Started all the motors up, make sure they was running okay. And so fed the dogs, and now I'm ready to go. So that's about it. W4AMI. This is WA4II.
Okay, Greg. Yeah, it sounds like y'all all had a great time, and Matt got to come home with some treasures, and I'm sure if it's not working, he'll get it going, and if it is, he'll make it even better. Mac's a crackerjack on this stuff. We got Mac up here, and the guys in Florida got John VZS, and the guys in Alabama got you. So we thank y'all all for that and keeping us all going and keeping us all straight. So, all righty. Well, at this time, let me see here. I'm going to go back and make sure I didn't leave anybody out that don't look like I did. Alrighty, this is the W4AMI SWAT and Fellowship Net Tuesday night edition. If you'd like to find out what the net's all about or become a member, please go to the website W4AMI.org. That is Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike India.org, Oscar Romeo Golf, and check in on that if you'd like to become a member and get a certificate. And I'm sure there's some great pictures and information on that website. Dr. Ron's done a fabulous job with that. All right, at this time, we'll close out the Tuesday night edition. Please join the West Coast. Manuel, you got me saying that. The Gulf Coast Mullet Society net on Thursday evening. They'll start the net at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, 3885. And then on Monday, it'll roll back around to the Eagle net, and it starts the same time this one does on a frequency of 3885. And it'll start at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. And then again after that will be this net Tuesday, which is the W4AMI, and it'll start at 5:30 for the pre-net. Alan will be the net pre-net controller, and Stan will be net control at 6 o'clock Eastern. I'd like to thank each and every one that joined us here this evening for this net. Had a great time and enjoy calling the net, and looking forward to talking with y'all later. This is Kevin, and my call is WA4KM, and I am in Villa Rica, Georgia, West Georgia, and it is called the City of Gold. 73s, everybody have a great evening. WA4KM, turning the frequency back to normal use.